We're now going to move on to Isabel Sutcliffe from Pearson, who's going to tell us about the impact of new technologies on educational quality.
Hi, start again. Thank you very much to British Council for inviting me to be part of this, what's already turning out to be a very, very interesting exchange of observations, questions. I was asked to talk about new technologies and the impact on the quality of English language education. I hope you all notice that I'm actually using my device rather than a piece of paper, although, as always, I have the backup of paper below. I think we all tend to make an assumption that technology is a good thing, and that more than that, that perhaps the use of technology is going to have beneficial, positive impact on the quality of English language education. My understanding, and it's been referenced already, as with textbooks, as with blackboards, as with any other kind of traditional aid that teachers might have used, technology is only as good as the professional practitioner who's using it. The content might be splendid, the platform might be the most whizzy platform, but at the end of the day, it's the skills of the professional practitioner, the teacher, in how technological aids are integrated into their own professional practice that I would say, and I'd hope we'd all agree, make for effective and impactful learning. So not a panacea, but certainly, very, very helpful. A few general points. I'm really referencing technology in terms of content. I'm not at all talking about platforms, although I do, and I'm really out of my depth talking about platforms, cloud technology, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm really, wanting to focus on content and technology as a means of providing content and various tools. Obviously, we have increasingly a variety of different devices, and obviously they bring additional benefits regarding accessibility. But again, accessibility itself can then threaten inclusion because we know that it's not yet possible to cover, all schools, all people, all learners, all teachers consistently. So really, I've just made a list in no particular order of priority about attributes of and the use of technology that we'd consider as having a qualitative impact on education, English language education. And I offer them with due humility. The first I've noticed is obviously the embedding and dissemination of what would be considered best practice in teaching, learning, and assessment. I strongly believe that technology is excellent for fostering continuous professional development of our teachers. Technology allows for an absolute shift of focus from inputs to outputs by referencing content and reinforcing how content links to learning outcomes. Technology, again, supports differentiated learning. We all know a classroom is enriched by the diverse skills, strengths, and so on of its students, and technology allows for the development and the engagement of all students. It provides consistency across all curriculum areas, not just English language education, and makes good, if you like, any areas of weakness or areas for development, of course, a much more positive way of describing particular teachers and their teaching practice. It allows for customization. So teachers, obviously skilled with using the technology, can adapt the technology, the lesson plans, whatever, provided within the technological packages, and add their own content. Gives increased levels of student engagement and motivation, especially, I would contend, where there are opportunities provided for self-directed learning on behalf of the students, and teacher group interaction. It makes learning engaging and, I would say, therefore, more effective. By embedding an integrated approach to teaching, learning, and assessment, technology allows for formative assessment, real formative assessment, to come alive, and using that formative assessment then to track student progress against learning outcomes. I talked about best practice. It allows, obviously, for the introduction of international perspectives. It allows for effective monitoring and evaluation. I've tended not to focus too much on data, but obviously technology speaks for itself in terms of its value in data collection and the use thereof, it shifting data into information and using information for improving. It allows for updating and flexing of content according to currency, relevancy, and of course feedback from students as well as feedback from teachers. I mentioned continuous professional development. The beauty of technology, of course, is it enables teachers to save lessons and then use it for critical review, feedback, recap, teachers working together, pointing out things that might improve, things they can learn from. Again, referencing students and self-reference learning, the ability to share with students their own work, and again, as with teacher development, to use that for review, recap, and ongoing learning. So I think the last thing I'd want to say in the context of English language as a subject, I think technology, by making language learning appealing and ensuring the attainment of English language competence through the provision of varied and ample practice. So that's my input so far for technology in English language education. Thank you very much.